In this problem, we need to declare our variables. C is equal to the total cost per month, and M is equal to the number of minutes used. We know that our y-intercept is going to be $28.75 because we're going to pay that every month no matter how many minutes we use. And then we're going to pay 10 cents a minute. So we could just write our equation. And I wrote y, but it should have been c since I declared my variable as c. It should be c is equal to 0.1m plus 28.75. That's going to give us our total monthly cost. For the next problem, write an equation in standard form with a line that passes through a point and has a y-intercept. Okay, so they gave us a y-intercept, and that's just like giving us a point because we know that that means the x value is 0, the y value is 2. So we can solve this as if we had 2 points and we needed to write an equation. So the first thing we need to do is to find the slope. Since the y-intercept is 2, we have the point at 0, 2, and we'll use these values to find the slope. So 0.2 will let be 7, -3. Therefore, m is equal to y2, which is -3, minus y1, which is 2, over x2, which is 7, minus x1, which is 0. Therefore, our slope is -5/7. Now we know our slope and we know our y-intercept. It's very easy to write the equation. Y is equal to -5/7 x plus 2. Now, we look back at the directions and it says
so if we're going to write this in standard form, we need to add 5/7 x to both sides. We end up with 5/7 x plus y is equal to 2. These will cancel. And we need to eliminate the fraction. So we're going to multiply both sides of this equation by 7. And we need to use distributive property. So this becomes 5x plus 7y is equal to 14. There's our answer.
For number 10, we have to write an equation from a graph. So I'm going to mark some key points. There's our y-intercept at 0, -2. And we can determine the slope by looking at the graph or by using 2 points and the slope formula. So I'm just going to look at the graph and I see that it rises 2 in the positive direction and goes horizontally 3 in the positive direction. That gives me a slope of 2/3. Now I could also use that point of 3, 0 and just use the slope formula to find the same thing. So if I have the slope, then I have the y-intercept. It's very easy to write an equation. The y-intercept is given to us on the graph as 0, 2. So I'm going to write y equal mx plus b. And m is 2/3 and b is -2. There's my equation. Now for number 11, we have to graph a line with the y-intercept of 3 and a slope of -3/4. So first we identify where the y-intercept is, 3, so I'm going to put a point there. And label it, because we know we always label 2 points on the graph, at least 2 points, if not more. And I'm going to look at that of -3/4, and I know that means if I move vertically in the negative direction 3 points, then I can move in the positive direction 4, and that's going to give me my next point. So I'm going to move down 3, 1, 2, 3, and in the positive direction 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and the point at right here will be 4, 0. And I'll draw a line through that. I see that I did forget to label that point, but make sure when you're doing this on your paper that you label at least 2